I was a Christian growing up. I would go to a Catholic church. For me, it felt very ritualistic and it felt very hypocritical. Don't do this, don't do this. And it's like, it was very much driving a point home of like being afraid. And the problem was that when I would ask the questions, they would never get answered.
So what was your view of Islam back then?
We as Americans were fed this big lie about how Muslims are evil people. And all we would see are these images of men in the streets like, Allahu Akbar, rallying and fighting. I found my way to Los Angeles. I worked with a lot of celebrities, Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, Pharrell. I was living the dream life. I had money. I was traveling. Once you get there, you're like, okay, well, now what? Hollywood is a very, very dark place. To prove that, ask any child actor. Why is the suicide rate so high? Why are all these celebrities overdosing on drugs? How come none of them are happy? They're all searching for something. I somehow managed to find a copy of the Quran. I could not put it down. You couldn't take that thing away from me. Mom, I have news for you. She's like, oh my goodness, you're moving to Morocco alone? I landed in Morocco, and from there my life changed.
How did you take your Shahada?
It was such a hard thing to say in Arabic, but such an easy thing to say from the heart. Your heart just lights up and you're like, okay, this is it. And then you run to it and then hopefully stick to it.
I like this video because she highlights a lot. So one thing is, a lot of people in other religions, one main reason that they end up leaving is because they say they can't get answers. Because you'll go and ask like a church leader, you'll ask this, and you'll just get a lot of the generic, watered down answers that are not, legitimate. And a lot of people, they just have this honest thing inside of them where they really want to know about God. It's like, and when you can't get your answers answered, it gives that, it kind of like breaks that for you. Another thing is propaganda. A lot of news organizations, all the American media, right wing, even certain left wing things, they try to make sure they make Islam in the light where it's like, they're terrorists, they're radicals, they're barbarians. You don't want to be associated with them. They're backwards people, things like that. But then people come to know Islam. They're like, this religion is beautiful. The people are amazing. The lifestyle is immaculate. It's the best life that you could ever live in your life. So when people start to understand the balance and beauty of Islam, they realize that they were lied to the whole time. And the last topic I want to go over is the part of, well, you can have money, success, everything. Like she said, the people in Hollywood, all their bills are paid for. Everything is good. But when you don't have God, there's something inside of you that makes you feel lost. Like, and that's one thing you can never feel unless you have God there. And that's like, it's like your heart